And then I come out here and there's blood everywhere. Lefty just, you know, that's what's left of my shoe rack. Obviously not a shoe rack anymore. Now he's ripped his toenail off again. Hi everyone. I want to continue on with our sugar beet experience. So what I've got is all of the videos that I shot while we were working. Some days I didn't pick up the camera, other days I did. So you got a mix here of shots at work, me showing you what we're doing, shots of us back in the truck, a little disaster that happened with Lefty. Those of you that watched the couple of videos I released while we were there, you know that his toenail got considerably worse before it finally got better. And you'll get to see me dang near fall apart when that happened. I almost packed it in that day. It wasn't good. So let me just give you some details of the sugar beet harvest. So we got paid $18.80 an hour. You work 12.5-hour shifts. We were on the day shift from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You get straight pay for the first 8 hours, then the next 4.5 you get time and a half. Then on Saturdays you get time and a half for the whole 12.5 hours, and on Sundays you get double time for the whole 12.5 hours. Working the weekends is the ideal situation. I think I mentioned this in a past video, and we were lucky enough to be able to work 2 straight weekends, which that's what you want to do when you go there. It's how you make the most money. Somebody's hogging the drama here. That's the pay and the hours. They give you 4 hours of pay if they get shut down due to weather. So once October 1st comes, we weren't able to start on October 1st, so we got 4 days of stay pay. Then we worked 1 full day, then it rained. Then we shut down for 2 more days and got stay pay again. Then we started working on Saturday, and then we didn't stop till it was over. And we worked 14 straight days. Then we had 2 days of cleanup at the end. So once we got into that day after day after day, that was when things got tough for me. But I was finally able to build us, excuse me sir, trying to talk to the folks. We were finally able to get into a routine, and Lefty also. So Lefty destroyed my shoe rack that was hanging right here. He got a hold of that, and after a few days, he had ripped it. All that was left was a little piece here. So if any of you want to jump on the wish list, by the way, yeah, the wish list is turned back on. We've got our shipping address out here, Lefty Snacks. If any of you want to go on there, plus our mailing address, it's down in the video description. So both the wish list and our mailing address are down in the video description. I know some of you had contacted me about wanting to send packages, gift boxes to us, so we now have our mailing address out here. You can go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and look at all these clips. Excuse me, you doing okay? We're just out for a walk this morning. So it's been 6 days since Lefty had that injury on his toenail there, and the last few days he started just like licking it incessantly, you know. First couple days he wasn't doing that, so he's licking that like it's his full-time job, and actually like waking me up in the middle of the night. So we're on a waiting period right now. You can see the weather is beautiful. It's too warm to do anything with the beets. So yesterday we had an on-site training. We were there from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. so we did 6 hours. I got some training by the operator. His name is Ricky. on our shift, and I worked with him 4 years ago, same guy. So he got me up in the cab of the machine to train me to be the backup operator, you know, to fill in for him when he's on breaks, things like that. So the machine is, you know, it's not overly complicated. He went through it with me for, you know, about a half an hour up there, showing me all the different things that you do. And the sense I get from it is it's just about, you know, it's repetition over and over, but really paying attention to what's going on, making sure that you can see all the people, making sure that you're only unloading one truck at a time. Like if you have both feed belts turned on, it'll overload the machine with beets. So, you know, as soon as one truck finishes unloading, you start the next one. You don't want to have like a gap in between it. So it's just about getting in that rhythm. You know, that's the sense I got from it. The estimate is maybe Tuesday night. You're going to start on night shift, and then Wednesday morning. Hey, look at that. Found a golf ball. And then Wednesday morning we would show up and go to work. And this is all based on the weather. That's all. We're just waiting for the weather. This is a golf course that we're walking around here that has a nice river right here. So in this area, this river, it's a red river. And then what they call, this is the two rivers. I think there's two rivers that come together right here in Halleck. So like down at that boat launch, it's called the Two Rivers area. So he seems to be doing okay. He is still limping, you know, pretty good on that foot. Hi, you doing okay? Poor guy, I feel bad. So this is a foggy morning. It's actually a lot clearer now than it was about a half an hour ago. See the top of the water tower there is kind of foggy. Hopefully we can work through the rain. It doesn't rain too much so that the trucks can still get out into the fields and get the beets. That's the only drawback to the rain. We made our way up to, this is the main street through town here. Some nice artwork covering up this area.
You can see through the tailgate there.
Yeah.
How they're coming out.
Well, I'm in charge. Problem is we don't have any trucks. It's 9:30 a.m. and I guess the farmers are checking their different fields and seeing what they can pull. I think we've had 4 trucks come through so far, 4 or 6. So there's Lefty out there in the front seat. I think he's staring right at me right now. So I've got the diesel heater running in the truck, so he's nice and warm. I'm keeping my battery compartment warm with my bilge fan that pumps the inside air out into the cabinet. So last night it went down below freezing. So they're going to bring the crew from 2 over here and we're going to swap back and forth because there's no trucks coming. Oh, one thing I didn't mention is we're on time and a half today because it's Saturday, and then tomorrow, Sunday, we get double time. So 12 hours at time and a half today, and then 12 and a half hours at double time tomorrow. So we get here at 7:30, punch in at 7:30, and we work till 8. So we get 12 and a half hours today at time and a half, and tomorrow at double time. So the operator on this machine, he just went to take a little break, had to hit the head, get a cup of coffee. So he asked me to come up here, and you always have to have somebody up in the operator position anytime in case a truck comes, you know, to control the machinery. So I see him, he's on his way back now. We're probably gonna go take a break and let number 2, because they've been sitting in their vehicles. So they'll probably take over and we'll go take breaks out in our vehicles for a while, let them man the station here until we start getting some trucks in, and then we can open up pile or 2 again and they can go back over there. I got a t-shirt, I got a sweatshirt, and I got this hoodie which is insulated. Down below I've got some tight sweatpants and then these pants. I got wool socks on. My waterproof boots, but I'm feeling like I'm chilly, so I need to adjust my clothing. Supervisor, you got the work area covered? How's the papa? Let me see the papa. Okay. Supervising all the trucks, huh? Everything look okay? Everything good? Everything smells right? Yup. That's my boy. He's supervising all these farmers, huh? I just came out to the truck for lunch break and I opened the door and there's blood all over the floor, like drops of blood. And Lefty's, you know, the toenail, he's just re-irritated it, and I can see that the toenail has a big crack in it, like it's about to split in half. And I think I just figured out what happened. My curtain was like this, and you see that? I think he hung his toenail, because this spring was not like that. That spring was all tight. And now it's all... So I think he jumped up here, got his toenail hung, just about ripped the gosh dang spring off, and caused himself to bleed. I wiped up most of it. There's still some there, and there's blood. There's some, and he's licking it. I just when I came in the door, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I literally cannot do this anymore. I'm sick. I woke up this morning and felt really odd, you know, when you have a fever. And so I dug out. One of you sent me the skin touch thermometer, and it said 99.5, which is, I'm usually 97.9, 98, you know, not even 98.6. And so I just had that feeling. Like yesterday, my nose was running. I was blowing my nose a lot, which is not normal. And I can feel like in the back of my throat. So this morning I felt really ill. Like, so I took a 800 milligram ibuprofen, and when that kicked in, it got me feeling better. But I've just kind of been spaced out all day, not feeling right. And then I come out here and there's blood everywhere. Lefty just, you know, that's what's left of my shoe rack. Obviously not a shoe rack anymore. Now he's ripped his toenail off again. You know, the toenail injury was because we were here. And this is technically, this is our third day in a row. We worked one day prior to this, full day, but we hardly had any trucks. They didn't really start coming till noon or afternoon. So the morning we just sat around, really. So this is 3 days straight. You know, we've got another 7 to go. Lefty is just going insane in this truck. And, you know, I am not a weak person, but I don't know if I can do this. I honestly don't know if I can put up with this anymore. Oh my God. That's it. Bye. Good morning, everyone. I just want to document the look. I just looked in the mirror. I haven't looked in the mirror in several days. And I figured I'd better look at myself to make sure I didn't have like a hunk of mud or food stuck on my face, but look at me. So this is day 4, making coffee. See, I'm losing my mind. I set my alarm at 5 a.m. and of course I woke up at 4 and laid here, and then finally just got up at 4:45. And I'm gonna have just enough time to get a cup of coffee in me. It's 10 minutes to 6, and we gotta pack up and go. Last night, the night before, I'm now plugging the block heater in all night, and it really helped. Yesterday when I fired the truck up, you know, you turn it on and the glow plugs fired only for a short time, and then the wait to start light went out. So obviously having the engine warmed all the way through the night really helps with that. And boy, does it crank and start way faster. Oh my gosh. So I'm really happy that I got that block heater fixed. That was a big plus. Alright, I gotta stop talking and get this day going. Hey, Lefty's just checking out the beet pile. You know, he's supervising the work here, so I was making sure we're all okay. So we started way down there. Big truck. So we started down there and we've piled this many in 3 days. Today's day 4. Day 5, really. And there's the beet piler. And his toenail is still needing to heal. Come on, puppy. I got to get something to eat before I go back. So I have 20 minutes 15 of which I spend with him. Hi. And I get 5. That's my boy. See, he walks good on the pavement. So let's get back to the rig so I can get something to eat real quick. So if y'all are curious, what is a sugar beet? So we all know what beets are that we eat at home, right? So let me show you. Left. You checking them out? Let me show you. So this is a sugar beet. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this weighs 7 pounds, 5, 6, 7 pounds. This is very heavy. So you can see this is not something you would make with your dinner. Now, there's some of these that are, what can I compare the size to? There's like 20 pounders. Huge. Absolutely huge. So they range, you know, some of them have this shape, which is more traditional, like potato-y kind of shape. But then there's a lot of them that are just these big round ball-looking things. These are sugar beets, not the same as beets that you would eat for dinner. So I'm up here running this machine. The trucks come in and dump right there. See, I'm telling him to raise his box more, and the beets come down onto the conveyor. And now he's empty. So now I tell him to put it down. See, they come churning off of there, and then up the big conveyor, and then out the boom. So I fill in up here when the operator goes on lunch or break. So it's a bunch of levers and buttons, and we got 2 sides. So the truck's coming in on this side now. We're having a little slow period. Hi everyone, good morning. It's day 6 in a row. So we worked 1 full day, then we had 2 days off because of weather, and then we started again. And when we started again, today's the 6th day in a row. 12.5 hours, 20-minute drive there, 20-minute drive back. We get back here at night, get Lefty out for a walk around. He's not doing well, by the way. I'm calling the vet this morning that we visited a couple weeks ago when he first ripped his toenail. It's gotten way worse. 3 days ago he hooked it on something in here while I was working, and I came back in the rig on break and there was blood all over the floor, and the broken toenail is up and an edge of it is digging right into the quick, the exposed quick that's under it. And I can't even imagine what that must feel like for him. He won't even get out and walk. He's really in bad shape. And, you know, today will be the 3rd day of that. And yesterday, all day, that's all I could think about. He's in such pain, like I've never seen him. He just won't even put any pressure on the foot. He sits with his paw up in the air. And yesterday, I was down on the floor hugging on him, and I asked him if he wanted to go to the doctor for his paw, and he literally put his paw, the injured paw, up in my hand. I think it's that bad that he wants to go to the vet. I know what needs to happen. That piece of toenail that's broken and sticking up needs to be cut. I cannot do it. You know, he won't let me even get close to it. And when we went a couple weeks ago, when the doctor cut the original broken piece off, it was just like that. You know, I held Lefty's head, the guy took his paw, snip, just like that, you know. And that's what I need to happen again. And, you know, Lefty let out a yelp last time like I've never heard, and he's going to do it again, but it's got to be done. And I can't do it. He just won't let me mess with the paw. I need a professional that can do it fast. So I'm calling them when they open this morning, and I hope to gosh they can get me in there. I talked to my foreman yesterday and I told him what's going on, that I was going to call this morning. You know, I'm going to work. I'm going to call them when they open, see when they can get me in there. I hope to gosh they can get me in there. And then it's a 30-minute drive. It's a neighboring town. So I'll take off from work and get over there and get back real quick. But it's been tough. This is tough. Just the logistics of not having any time to do anything. Yesterday we stopped at Dollar General after work. I got a case of water and some bags with the tuna fish and pasta and rice in it, that I can just eat, you know, straight up out of the pouch. So day 6, grinding through it. The estimate is that we've got 6 more days after today. That's the estimate. And we are busy. We are working like dogs. The beet pile is 26 feet high, which is the highest height that they've done. This foreman has never seen a beet pile higher than 24 feet. And they raise it up based on the expected crop, and this is supposed to be a bumper crop year, like the biggest in ages, because of the weather was so good. We've been having great weather. I cannot complain. Chilly in the morning, and then like today's going to be sunny, 53 to 55 of a high. It's just, you know, we got so lucky. And it's not going to rain. We're going to work right through. There is no precipitation forecast. So we got lucky that once we started, we're not stopping. And we're getting 2 weekends with the premium pay, back-to-back days, good weather, and then get out of here. And after the initial rain that we had when we first got here, it's all going to be perfect now. We got so lucky. But it's a grind. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This is a grind. This poor guy. I feel so bad for him. It's time to get the truck fired up and go. I've been plugging in the block heater overnight, all night, and man, what a difference that makes. The truck fires up like, boom, fires right up. And the temp gauge is already warmed, you know. That block heater, I am so glad that I put that in. If you don't have a block heater, put one in.
And our safety guy was here. So I said, you should go away. We don't want to see you. But anyway, be really safe out there. You never know when it can happen. Watch these trucks. They're as tired as we are. Eat when you can, rest when you can.
Good morning. It's day 7 in a row. We're on the downside of it now. So today is Friday. Actually, we get paid today. I've got direct deposit set up. Oh, you hear that? So we're driving to work, and when you pass a farm field that they've been actively pulling beets out of, the road right outside is all covered in mud. And the other morning I'm doing 60 and there were beets all over the road. That scared the bejeezers out of me. Oh my gosh, talk about getting the adrenaline going. I mean, these beets, you've seen them, they're big. These aren't little beets. These are, you know, football size. Whoa, there's another one. That one's finished. It's like that one over there, they still have yet to do. So yesterday we went to the vet for a second time. I took off from work and drove 51 miles to a neighboring town to go back to the vet. And they clipped off the piece of Lefty's toenail that was jabbing into the quick. And he's all the scream and holler. It's that kind of feeling like my eyes feel like I'm going to cry talking about it. To hear him scream like that it's the worst thing. And he did it when we first went 2 weeks ago when they clipped the first part of the nail off. Yesterday was even worse. He screamed and howled, and then it's over, you know, and I'm hugging him and telling him it's okay, but he feels better. He's now able to walk. We got some antibiotics because the toe, once we looked at it, it's swollen, so more antibiotics. I've got some of the pain and inflammation meds left from a couple weeks ago, so I got the first dose of those into him yesterday. He slept great. He's starting to get his personality back, you know. We're pulling up on the site now, so I will see y'all later. These are hybrid beets. So when a regular beet cross-pollinates with a sugar beet, this is what you get. So this is a traditional beet that we eat crossed with a sugar beet. That's when a bee flies from one kind to the other. Here I am running the machine again. There's Jeff right there. Trying to get him to wave. Hi everyone, good morning. Day 8 sugar beet harvest. It's 6:30. I'm about to crawl up in the cab and fire the engine up. This guy right here feeling way better. Yesterday was the second day of getting the meds in him. We went out for a walk when we got back to the camp last night after work, and he's walking. He is feeling so much better. He actually ran a little bit. I had him on his long lead, and he ran a little bit, so he's definitely feeling so much better. What a nightmare that was. So day 8. Yesterday the truck started getting sporadic in the afternoon. Like usually we would have 6 or 8 in each line coming to the piler, and then all of a sudden, you know, there's none. And it was like the same 8 or 10 trucks that were going to the fields, getting filled up and then coming back. So we'd have a little lull, and then they'd all come back, and then we'd have a lull. But it was not a lot of downtime, just a few minutes, and then the trucks would start coming back, which the foreman and the operator, they said that's odd. Usually that doesn't happen till the end, you know, like the last day and a half. It starts trickling like that as the farmers finish up. So they said it was odd for that to happen. So it looks like Monday, the machine operator, he's taking the day off. I'm the backup operator, so I think I'm going to be running the machine all day on Monday, it looks like. So not down on the ground, but up in the king view up there. 6:32, I got to suck my coffee down, crawl up there, fire up the truck. We've got to stop and put some diesel in on the way into work this morning, and do day 8. There he is. I wish I could do what he gets to do. I came on break once yesterday and he was up here on the bed just snoozing. Lucky. Down for maintenance. I just happened to be up here operating, and the maintenance guy had to adjust a sprocket, so we're down. And I'm sure all these guys in the trucks are, well, I hope they're not sleeping. They're driving 12-hour shifts also, so I hope they're all okay out there. Oh, he's turning around because the other piler's still running. Today's Saturday, so it's time and a half for 12 and a half hours at time and a half, and then tomorrow double time, and then we've only got a couple days left after that, so we're getting close. All right, I gotta quit filming and start looking like I'm doing something. Isn't life great? You never know what's gonna happen. Morning, day 9, Sunday, so today is double time all day. So yesterday Jeff decided that he couldn't go on any further. You know, I get it, it's tough. In the last couple of days he'd been hurting. I think physically it was taking a toll, and I understand, you know. So in our team, I think I'm the next oldest person. There's some youngsters, you know, I say youngsters, 30 years old, I don't know, but I'm the next oldest. But I feel like if I've gone this far, I have to finish it. You know, we're into the down stretch now. It's only going to get easier as far as the volume of vehicles. They're saying that maybe Tuesday it might be too warm and we might have a shutdown and get 4 hours of stay pay for staying at the campground. That would be great, but I'd rather just work and push through it and get it all done, you know. Taking a break and then going back on Wednesday, I'd rather just stay in this rhythm and routine. So day 8, got the diesel fired up. It's really chilly out because the sky is all clear, no clouds. So it's very chilly. The grass was crunchy on the way over to the dumpster just now. So it's frozen out there. Had the block heater plugged in all night. The truck fired up immediately. Gosh, I love that thing. So I'm just finishing my coffee. I gotta change into my clothes and we're gonna hit the road and head over there. There's my puppy. Feeling much better. We took a nice walk after work last night. Yeah, he was walking 90% totally normal. So he's definitely getting better. All he does now, like on the drive over, he now stays back here and just sleeps on the drive to work. He's no dummy. He's finally figured it out. We got in a routine. Alright, let me get going. So today is Sunday, so we get 12 and a half hours at double time. And look at the parking lot. This is where the trucks are supposed to be lined up. There's nobody there! So we're near the end. I think Jeff picked a bad time to call it quits because he could be here with us getting double time for not doing hardly any trucks, and it's only going to get slower. So they're actually farming right across the street. Right, that's a beet field right across the street, and like there's a lineup of semis over there following along behind the harvester. So those trucks are coming straight over here and dumping. So great day to be here making double time. I am really feeling it today. This is day 9 in a row. I am really feeling it physically and mentally today. Good morning. This is day 10. Yesterday it got up to the low 60s. I mean, I was stripping all my clothes off. It was so warm and sunny. Today it's supposed to be the same. Tomorrow it's supposed to be the same. We lowered the beet height back down to 20 feet because when you've got the higher pile, you have to adhere to these heat protocols. The beets can't get over 55 degrees. So we lowered back down to 20 feet. The night shift did it before yesterday. So yesterday we were back to a 20-foot pile, and we're going to continue with the 20-foot pile so that you don't have to adhere. There's still heat protocol, but you can go up to 65 degrees now at 20 feet. Today I'm actually going to be running the machine. The operator has the day off to attend to some personal business. So I'm going to be up in the operator's cab running the machine all day, so not on the ground. So I'm going to dress appropriately because up in that little cab, when the sun, it gets warm up there. When it was cold, that was a haven because he's got a little heater in there. Now it's going to be hot, so I'm not going to be putting on mega layers today. You know, it's chilly this morning. It's like 30 degrees right now, but it's going to go up in the low 60s today and be sunny. This guy has gotten into a real pattern now. He's finally mellowed out because our break schedule, I'm back to the truck every hour and a half. Every 2 hours. I'm back in the truck for a half an hour, repeating through the day. So every 2 hours I'm back here, and I just spend time with him. I eat a little something, I take him outside, and then I spend time with him. So he's now just being really calm in the truck. The first few days was pretty rough for him. That's when the old shoe rack got destroyed there. I come out here and he's usually just snoozing when I come out for break. So being able to come out repeating like that through the day, that was a great change that we made, and it helped Lefty a lot. It's going to be a good day, so I'm not on the ground. Good morning. It's, let me straighten my workman's cap here. Day 10. I am operating the machine today because Ricky, our normal operator, had to take a day off, so I'm up here all day. And look at this. We don't have any trucks. We're on the downside of it now, so it's going to be sporadic. So it's going to be hit and miss. There's a couple pulling in. Hi! Hi! So it's not going to be a bad day at all. Bye! Have a great day! So today has been super slow. We've got one farmer that's still bringing trucks. They're about 5 miles away. They've got 2 trucks, maybe 3. So they come through, we dump them, we shut down, we're hanging around. It's very boring, but the alternative is getting beat to crap with lines of trucks. So we're getting down to the end of the beet harvest. I've heard about this scenario where you're just sitting and waiting for the same trucks to come through. Very boring. That's why it's so quiet here right now. You know, normally this big, gigantic Rube Goldberg-esque machine is running and pounding, but right now it's down. Oh, we got a customer. So now we wait to see if they pull into our piler. Oh, he's going to the other one. Cool. So we don't have to start up. Now let me show you how long this is. I don't know if you can appreciate the distance, but this pile didn't exist when we started. It's very long. Very, very long. Hi. This is day 11. I'm on first break, so I had to wrap Lefty's paw, take him for a walk. So he took a whizzer, can't get him to do the other thing. Got back in the truck, then I have to make his breakfast because I have to give him the antibiotic pill, which is gigantic, so I have to chop that up. Then I get some of his kibble, a little bit of hamburger grease pour-off that I keep in a Tupperware, the crushed up pill. I heat up some water on the stove, pour that in warm, you know, stir it all up, give him that food. So he's got that. And I've got, I don't know, 8 minutes left for myself. And in this morning's conversation, the guy who's the next level up from our foreman said 3 days is the estimate. That's including today. So that means 2 more days after today. Today's Tuesday. So that means Thursday. Maybe. So far, most of the things that they've said as far as estimates and all that haven't turned out to be correct. So I'm not putting much faith in that. Good morning. It is 8:20 a.m. This is day 12 in a row of work, and we are waiting for trucks. Yesterday afternoon was hit and miss. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to shut down the other machine over there, and we're going to alternate back and forth between our crew and their crew. So work an hour, take an hour off, work an hour, take an hour off, which is good for Lefty. I get to go hang out with him. So we're starting first. We're doing the first hour, and then the other gang, they're all sitting in their vehicles around there. Then they're going to come take over. We've got had some rain last night, so they actually shut the site down at midnight-ish, something like that, and sent the night crew home. So it's a little wet and sloppy this morning, but you can see the sun is coming up, and I just scraped the ground really good over there, the pavement. I'm hoping it's going to dry up once the sun gets up. So this is day 12. This is day 13 in a row at the beet harvest. It's very slow today. We've only got one grower, so their trucks come through and we fire the machine up, and then when they're done we shut it down. That's it for today. You want to get some dinner? Show everybody your red pawpaw. See, I have to wrap him up before we take a walk, and try as I might, I am a terrible wrapper. It usually comes off about halfway through the walk, and then I say bad words at myself for being a terrible wrapper. But this time, I actually decided I was going to do it better. And look at it's held. He's already done his work. Now I got to get him his breakfast so I can get his pill in him, his antibiotic. So he doesn't seem to be favoring it or anything, but I don't want it getting banged on something, and I don't want it getting dirty. So that's why I wrap it. Look at my rig. Look at this. Oh, the filth. Look at this. Ah. Okay, let's get your dinner. Back. Okay. There's my boots that I have to take off. So I have a 3-shoe system. I take off my boots outside and put on my slip-ons. Then I step up into the truck with the slip-ons. Then I change into these to go back outside with him. So it's a 3-shoe system I've got. Come on, up. There you go. Good morning, puppy. How are you? Hi, good morning. This is our 14th day in a row. Today, from the conversation we had yesterday with the higher up who stopped in, today's going to be our last full day. Yesterday was super slow. We only did, through our machine, we did like 15 or 20 trucks all day, which was nothing. So it was a very calm, relaxing day. Today we will do the same thing, even slower, and then it looks like sometime during night shift tonight it will shut down and be done. Maybe into Saturday. They said maybe we'll come in tomorrow for 4 hours. You don't want to go in tomorrow? At time and a half. And then Sunday we're going to go in on double time and do the 4 to 5 hour cleaning, and then we're finished. So it looks like today's, from everything that the higher up, because he's been out measuring the fields, he knows we got that one farmer. They got a couple other farmers that are going to bring 1 or 2 truckloads, and they're done. He said it's about $1,800 to $2,000 per truckload that they bring. It's 4:30 a.m. I woke up a little early. I've been getting up at 5. That's what my alarm is set at. And I've been sleeping right to the alarm, believe me. So I'm, you know, yesterday, if today is even slower or the same as yesterday, it'll be a good day. So let's hope today's the last full day. All right, really good news. So, couple of things. Today is the 14th day in a row, and today is our last full day of work. Second good piece of news. Yesterday, finally I was able to wrap Lefty's paw semi-professionally, and it stayed on. Because in the past I would wrap it, take him for a walk, and it would fall off. So I did it yesterday, way better. It stayed on through the remainder of the day, all through the night, up until this is my first break, his second walk today. I just took it off, and the toe looks, the swelling has knocked down. It looks like the same toe on the other foot now. So I've just washed it with some hydrogen peroxide. He didn't like that. And then wiped it with a wet paper towel, and then I just rewrapped it. So I put gauze like over the end of his foot, and then that self-cling wrap, and he just had his breakfast, and you can see my wrapping job. So I think that really helped it to heal. So he's not getting it wet, dirty, licking it. So all around a great break I just took, and a good day, our last full day of work. Oh my God, I'm so thankful.
Thank you for calling the Drayton District Beet Harvest. The time of this recording is 1 a.m. Saturday, October 21st. Humboldt Station has completed the 2023 sugar beet harvest. The day crew employees should report for work at 9 a.m. this morning, and both day and night crew employees should report for work at 8 a.m. on Sunday morning.
You heard it. So after 14 straight days, the night crew last night took the last truck at about midnight, and we're done. So we're going in this morning, Saturday, at 9 a.m. We're going to do a general area cleanup, not the machines, for 4 hours, time and a half. And then tomorrow on Sunday, both day and night crews are coming in for 4 or 5 hours at double time to clean the machines. We did it. We made it through the whole thing. Quarter mile long. Half a mile. Okay, that's what Russ said. Yep. So we piled a half a mile of beets, 20 feet high, but then right there we went up to 26 feet high. Till right here we came back down to 20 feet. And the width is, I don't know, I'll show you once we get around to the end how wide it is. But it's a lot of beets. A lot of beets. So what we're doing is just walking and picking up any loose garbage, you know, little pieces of food wrappers and stuff that are along the edges, and moving any beets over to the pile. That's some kind of agriculture rule. They have to be by the pile, and I know it's really windy, but I wanted to catch the immensity of the pile for y'all. Howdy. We did 4 hours of cleaning today. We cleaned around the yard. We went up and down the piles. So the pile that we produced on piler number 1 is a half a mile long and 220 feet wide and 20 feet tall. But then we also went up to 26 feet tall. So at 20 feet high, each foot is 80 tons of beets. So half a mile long, 20 feet high, 220 feet across, 80 tons per foot. And then we went 26 feet high for several days. It's a lot of beets. So today we just cleaned, we policed around the area, all around the scale house, cleaned up any beets that were laying around, any pieces of garbage, you know, there were food wrappers and things like that, for 4 hours. And then tomorrow we go in, both the night crew and the day crew together, and we clean the pilers themselves. Today is the last day we're going into work. We've got to do the piler cleaning. So I'm just getting ready to crawl up in the cab and fire up the truck. I want to take this guy out for a walk around. I just unwrapped and then rewrapped his paw, put some Neosporin on it. It's looking way better. I started doing this wrap a few days ago, and that was, I think, what allowed it to start healing up really good. I can see the new toenail starting to grow now around the quick. Alright, let me get going and get this finished up.
Would you like to lower the boom for me? Sure. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna say we're just about done here. We've been cleaning and scraping and digging and trying to make the machine last till next season. Oh my Lord, we did it. We did it. We did it. We just got back from our last day cleanup. The supervisor, he said 4 or 5 hours. It turned out to be just about 8 hours. Cleaning the machine, climbing all up in there, scraping mud, beets, moving the machines, and then unplugging the cable. They run on 480 volts, and the power cable is probably 3 inches in diameter at least, and it runs from the machine over to a pole, and there's poles as we go down the pile, you know, so as that machine moves periodically, that thing has to be unplugged and then plugged into the next pole. You should see the plug on that cable. It's got to be that big around, like this long, this massive steel latching system. I've never seen anything like it. So the last thing we had to do after we were all done cleaning, we moved the machines to their resting place where they sit, and then we had to unplug the cords and coil them up and put them in a big metal box that's there. So it took the forklift and a team of people, because you have to wrap it around the forks of the forklift as the forklift is coming towards you. It's a front end loader. Took the bucket off and used the forks, because this thing weighs like you would not, oh my gosh. So I helped both machines get the cord coiled up, and my arms, like you ever get arm pump riding a motorcycle where your arms are just, they swell up your muscles and you got nothing left? Well, that was me a little while ago. But we just got back. I just went and got the bike from where I had it stashed up in the trees, got it loaded up on the back of the truck, loaded up Lefty's chair, Lefty's bed. They're all tightened up on the back bumper, because if I look at the weather, it's going to shit really fast, like rain tomorrow, and it's only getting worse from there. So the smartest thing for us to do is to get out of here tomorrow. So that's what my plan is right now. I mean, really all I've got to do is throw my chair and my ladder and my water jug in here and start up and go. I'll coil up my extension cords. But I just, Lori and Russ is the foreman and Lori's his wife there. They gave us all a little envelope and I just opened it up. So thank you for all your hard work, Russ and Lori. And a $20 bill folded up like a heart, which I think is really nice. Russ, if you see this video, Lori, thank you very much for that. It was very thoughtful, very thoughtful. We did it. We finished the sugar beet harvest. We are officially released. I just disposed of some of my PPE, my safety gear that I'm no longer going to need. Took Lefty for a walk, and I need to get something to eat. I had a ribeye that I thawed out, so that's ready for me. So tomorrow we're going to hit the road. Well, let's all have a moment of silence. This hoodie made it through the sugar beet harvest, and it is now going to be put to rest. I don't know if it's picking up. It has oil, it's covered in, of course, dried mud, but oil drips because the dirt conveyor that we had to walk under, you know, 1,500 times a day. Thank you all for watching this. I don't know how many videos this is going to end up being, but if you went through all of them and followed right through to the end of the sugar beet harvest, thank you for that. Everybody take care, be safe. We'll see you again really soon in warmer climate. Dripped oil, lubricating oil and grease on us. It is not going to continue on with us. Its journey ends right there. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing the reflection on my phone from the sun. My phone is so filthy. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for watching this. I don't know how many videos this is going to end up being, but if you went through all of them and followed right through to the end of the sugar beet harvest, thank you for that. Everybody take care, be safe. We'll see you again really soon in warmer climate.